Welcome back, guys, to another video. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded. I've just been kind of busy, sports, and December's pretty busy. But today we have a pretty cool video planned, and I know I had that poll in my community tab with like videos about stuff and what you guys would want to see. And right now, the top video you want to see is 24 hours in the woods, and I'm gonna work on that. It may not come out until maybe the end of the month, but I will, if that is the winner by like tomorrow, I will make that video. And until then, I'll probably make like the second most voted video. And I'm also going to be making some other videos with a new RC car I got. But I chose to do this video because we just got snow yesterday, and it's kind of starting to melt. It was like probably an inch or two of snow, and we haven't gotten snow for a while. And I want to test out how the RC Traxxas slush does in the snow and that type of weather. So we're gonna test out how it does in the snow, and there's some like slush in this alleyway. So we're gonna test out and see how this thing handles the snow, and then yeah, try and get this video out on Friday. And I'm gonna try my hardest to continue weekly uploads on Fridays for all of 2024. But let's get right into the video then. Alright, here we go. So we got the Traxxas slush here. It's like a truck. I'm not really used to driving this. It's been a bit. And I've been driving a new RC car, which I'll try and get a video out on that. But now thinking about it, this channel has gotten a decent amount of videos with this. My last video was testing this and off-roading, so there's probably going to be a little mini-series at this point of seeing how good this thing is. So let's try and just see how good it does in some like grass snow. Try and turn it. It's kind of hard to film and do this, so let's go. It looks like it got stuck. Alright, I have racing mode off mainly because I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to turn it off. It's always a pain. So I'm going to try and just drive it over here in this like little side area and just kind of, well, let's see if we can get up on this little area. It might be, my hand might be in the shot because I'm trying to steer this thing while filming, so sorry for that. Alright, so it does get kind of stuck. I do have to say the car is kind of small. It's like 1/8 model or something, so it is small, so the tires probably will get stuck easily, like pretty easily. But it isn't a rock crawler, so it shouldn't be amazing at this. Alright. I don't have reverse on because it's on racing mode, and that's hard to take off. Alright, we're gonna see, trying to find a good way to film this. It's kind of hard. Let's try and take it through the ice, see how that goes. Oh man, I did not realize it was that swampy. That wasn't ice, that was just pure freaking dirty water. Alright, let's not do that again. So let's just take it through some slush, I guess. The car does advertise on the box and in the instructions it's fully waterproof. I don't know how much I trust that, so I guess today we'll find out. So let's just, down here we have some slush. Let's try and drive it through that. Oh, it just cut out. I think the battery got disconnected. I'll try and fix that. Alright, so here we are without the hood on the car. Sometimes the battery, when it gets kind of low, will cut out and you just have to reconnect it. I realize it does that when it gets too hot, so I'm wondering if it might be getting too cold. And it has the thing on trying to alert us that the battery is getting low. So I'm wondering if the coldness is causing the standard battery to get too cold and to run out of charge really quickly. But as we see, it's pretty much covered in ice and slush. So this is going to be a pain to clean and dry off. But I mean, I'm going to try and get this thing working again and see how it does. I'm going to have to recharge the battery. That's a pain. So I unplugged the battery and I plugged it back in, turned the car back on, got the controller back on. Trying to keep this thing as dry as possible because it's definitely not waterproof. It turned back on fine, green light on, saying we're fully charged battery. which that does that when you first turn it back on. So it turned on fine, no issues. I don't know if it's gonna drive well yet. I'm keeping the cap off, like the hood, the cover off for now, just because if I have to unconnect the battery, because the battery doesn't connect right, again, it's just a pain to take it off. So seems like it's working pretty good. So I think I'm gonna get the hood back on or something, and we're gonna continue trying this thing. Alright, here goes take 2 of this thing. Let's take it back out to the alley and try this thing back there. I have the hood back on, cap. So the thing I'm wondering about is, because the car's smaller, I'm wondering if the hood, like this part, is causing the car to actually like stop working because all the ice is getting packed up in there. So we're gonna test it with the hood on and see if it works, and maybe if it stops working, we'll take the hood off. So let me try and get a good filming spot here. Here we go. Just take it around a bit, see if it works. Seem to be working. I only have, it's hard to film. I only have 2 of the pins holding the hood on, just so it's easier to take it off. So that might affect something, but alright, let's take it down the ice and see how it does. Alright, we're at the ice. Let's see this thing. Holy. We're going through it pretty good. It handled that pretty well, surprisingly. I mean, we're still pretty fast. I'm gonna try and take it through some actual snowy areas, not just slush. So let's try and find some of those. Alright, so I'm at this little spot. I'm gonna see if I can just drive it into the snow a little bit and just see if it gets stuck right away or if it has a shot. I would add the GoPro on, but the GoPro causes this part to rub on the tires, and I don't want to make it get stuck easier. So I'm trying to film with my phone, like I said, pretty hard. So don't mind if I, like, please, I can't really film this well. So holy. Alright, kind of worked. Let's try this again. I'm gonna go in this area where there's a little bit more snow. So it looks like we get stuck. That's the thing with how it's probably like an inch of snow. And these tires, because it's a smaller model, isn't gonna do well in that deep of snow because small tires. But for what the Traxxas slush is, it's really good. I mean, this was pretty much my first version of the short course cars, so I'm pretty happy with it. Let's try and see if I can just go through here into this leaf area. So it looks like I was able to make it, but then I got stuck in the leaves. That's kind of odd. So if you go really fast, you can actually make it through the snow. Let's try that again. So yeah, you can get pretty deep, and then it gets too deep, and then gets stuck. And then we got ice and snow packed in there. Let's take this thing back down to the slush and see how it handles going through like really, really deep slush. Alright, we're gonna be testing this thing to its full abilities by taking it through this area. This is like slush heaven or something. It is just pure water down here. But this thing, we gotta test it. It says it's waterproof, so it seems to be doing pretty good. So let's just try and, like, this area is just, this is just slush. Let's see how this thing does. Got stuck in ice. There's also a lot of like chunks of ice here. Don't want to drop my phone in this. This would be bad. Alright. So this is a lot of water and sludge and ice, like slushy. So through slushy areas, it actually does really well. I mean, it's sliding around a bit, but I mean, it's pretty deep slush for this car at least. So, I mean, that's to be expected, but this is also uphill, so we're just gonna drive it straight through the slushy area. Alright, so it even went through some snow up there. This thing is really good. It looks like there might be some mud. Let's try and test this thing out in mud. Just drive it through the slush. Alright, right here. Got stuck. Alright, let's take it down to the slush again. Let's part 2 of taking this thing through the slush. Let's see this thing. We're gonna just try and put it straight into all of the slush in the middle. Trying to get my hand out. I'm not putting it on full throttle. I don't want to drain the battery out. And I also think taking it slow, it's stuck in an ice chunk there. Alright, it's got a lot of ice stuck on it. I'm gonna take it back down to the beginning and take it through some of those big like mud puddles. We're back at the beginning area. The sun's actually coming out. It's getting kind of hot, or warm, not really hot. And we're gonna take this thing through some of those like little mud puddles and the thicker slush. Let's see this thing. Just try and... There we go. Trying to get a good filming thing. Angle. Got stuck. Alright, we're gonna put this thing to the ultimate test by making it through the mud pile and see if we can make it through with just the standard Traxxas slash. So this thing, if they can make it through, I'm pretty sure this thing can do anything. There we go. Got stuck. Let's try this again. I think it can. I think if we get some speed, we can make it through. Alright. We're so close. We keep making it. Maybe if we go from the other side. Let's try that. Start out here. Alright, here we go. So it's pretty much just getting stuck at the bottom tire. Like, maybe one more time. I feel like we can make it through. It's stuck in the snow. No, it's just the back tires they just dig themselves in. I wonder, I mean, it is just like slush. I mean, this is pretty nasty. I wonder if I can just push some of that snow out. Let's try this. Nah, it gets stuck in this ledge. Let's try and move this stuff out. And try this. Alright, here we go. See this thing? Oh, wait, it made it out. Alright, I think we can fully get this thing out of here. Now that it's not just pure slush. Let's try. It gets stuck. Alright, maybe if we just try and avoid that one spot. Here we go. We did it! Alright, it made it out. It's pretty impressive. Holy, this thing's crazy. It's official. The car just stopped. I think it may have died. I haven't been filming a bit, but I've been driving around for probably another 10 minutes or so off camera. Just driving it through the puddle up there, through here, and just in the dry area in the little alleyway. So, I think it died. I'm gonna try and open this bad boy up on camera, see what this thing's gonna look like. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean, I know that. Yeah. That's definitely gonna be a nightmare to clean. Holy, we have snow caked in everywhere. I'm gonna have to like really dry this and clean every little piece of this thing. This is gonna be worse cleaning than when I took it to that baseball field, and that was just a nightmare dust and like little gravel. I mean, the thing worked well. It's 4-wheel drive, so that may have helped it a little. Now, it can't go through really deep snow, but it is smaller. And this thing is only like 200 bucks, and it's really fast. It's pretty fast. I'm not horribly fast, but it's like maybe 20-some miles an hour, 30 at fastest. And we learned it is very good at off-roading. Controller is handling everything pretty good. It's gotten a little wet at the bottom, and it's still been working fine. Let's just see if we can shake some of this off. I don't know. It's even caked in the tires. This is just gonna be real muddy and dirty. Hand's pretty cold. It is really cold out. So that may have had something to do with killing the battery quicker, but the battery life lasted really long, and it's only the battery that came with the thing, which isn't really very good. It's pretty cheap. So I would say this is another win for the Traxxas Slash. I mean, it didn't stop because of the mud. It just stopped because of the freaking battery dying, because it's still the stock battery. It handled some snow pretty good. Pretty shallow snow. Only like maybe half an inch at most it can handle pretty well. It handled the slush pretty well. That slush and the slush all the way up there. It handled that really well. It actually was really good at the slush going uphill. I mean, some of that might be from that. But I mean, like I thought, I thought the ice might get, and snow might get stuck in here and get packed in because it gets trapped underneath this part and has nowhere to go. So it may have worked better without this part on, but then you're exposing like the motor and all that stuff. So then yet again, I don't know, but I think this is a success. Now I'm gonna get out of here and clean this thing before I freeze to death. I mean, this car is literally probably frozen. It's like an ice block. But let's take a look at the bottom and see this. That is just pure frozen mud. Holy. Well, I'm gonna give you guys a time lapse of just showing you this car and see you there, and that's the end of the video.